Hello, students. Welcome to the online teaching and learning of English language and literature. I am Manmohini Bhatia, English mistress at Government High School, Sherpur Kala, Ludhiana. Today, I'm here to help you understand the chapter The Punjab, a glimpse of class 8. But before we come to the reading of the text, please look at the question displayed on your screen. And the question is, how many states and union territories are there in India? I hope all of you know the answer to this question. Yes, there are 28 states and 8 union territories in India at present. Now, the next question on your screen is, if you want to enjoy the pleasure of sun, sea, and sand, which state in India would you go? Yes, if you want to enjoy the pleasure of sun, sea, and sand, and you can get all these on the beaches. So, which state in India would you go if you want to enjoy the view on the beaches of India? I think all of you know that we can see or we can enjoy the pleasure of sun, sea, and sand on the beaches of Goa, Chennai, and Kerala. Now, the next question on your screen is, which states in India bring out the most enchanting facets of nature? Which states in India bring out the most enchanting, attractive, beautiful views of nature? Well, I think all of you know that we can see the most enchanting facets of nature in the states like Jammu and Kashmir, Uttaranchal, and Himachal Pradesh. Students, do you know what Punjab is famous for? Well, let's try to get the answer to this question with the help of the chapter, The Punjab, a Glimpse. Well, glimpse means to see something or someone for a very short time. So, we are going to get only a glimpse of Punjab here. But I hope that it will help you know what makes Punjab one of the famous and important states in India. Let's have a model reading of the text first. While reading, please note down the words that you would find difficult to understand. So let's start the model reading. Balle balle, oh balle balle. Children, you must have recognized this famous folk dance of Punjab, said Mr. Matthew, pointing at the Bhangra dancers in front of the Punjab pavilion. Yes, sir. We saw this folk dance during the Republic Day celebrations this year, replied the children. This dance is full of energy. It shows the great zest for life of the Punjabis, said Mr. Matthew. Punjabis are very self respecting and hard working people. They never stretch their hands before anybody for alms. They never show their back in the battlefield. So, students, I hope you are ready with the difficult words. Let's try to understand the meanings of a few words from the previous slide. And the first word on the screen is recognize. Recognize means to know someone or something because you have seen or heard him or her or experienced it before. So when you ask your friends, do you remember this song? It means you are implying that they have heard it earlier. Now, the next word on your screen is pavilion? Well, pavilion is a temporary building used at public events and exhibitions. It can also be a large open structure or a tent. The third word on your screen is zest. Zest means enthusiasm, eagerness, energy, and interest. And the last word in the list is alms. Alms means money, clothes, etc. given to poor people. You know, in the past, people thought it was their religious duty to give alms to the poor. Now let's try to understand the text that we have read. While saying balle balle or balle balle, Mr. Matthew asks his students if they have recognized the famous folk dance of Punjab. He is pointing at the Bhangra dancers in front of the Punjab pavilion. The students reply that they have seen this folk dance during the Republic Day celebrations this year. Mr. Matthew then tells his students that Bhangra dance is full of energy. It shows that the people of Punjab are full of vitality and lively spirit. He also tells them that the Punjabis are very self-respecting people and they never stretch their hands before anybody to beg. They never run away from any situation. Rather, they fight, compete, and try hard to achieve their goal. Here comes the next part of the text. Let's have a model reading of this part first. The people of Punjab faced all the foreign invasions boldly. During the struggle for India's freedom, Punjab gave the country great heroes. They included such patriots as Lala Lajpat Rai, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Udham Singh, Kartar Singh Sarabha, and many others. We call Lala Lajpat Rai Sher-e Punjab and Bhagat Singh Shaheed-e-Azam. All these brave sons of Punjab sacrificed their lives for the sake of their motherland. Lala Lajpat Rai died as a result of the brutal lathi charge while he was leading a procession against the British in 1928. Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, and Rajguru were hanged for raising their voice against the British cruelties. Bhagat Singh was then just 26-year old. You can see the portraits of all these freedom fighters in this pavilion. So students, are you ready with your list of difficult words? I hope you are. So let's try to find the meaning of a few difficult words. And the first difficult word given on your screen is invasions. Invasions means attacks, or you can say that it is an occasion when an army or country uses force to enter and take control of another country. Students, Punjab has faced many foreign invasions boldly. Now, the next word on your screen is brutal. Brutal means cruel, violent, and completely without feeling. Next word is procession. Procession is a parade. When a number of people or vehicles move forward in an orderly manner, especially as part of a ceremony, it is called a procession. Now let's look at the explanation of the text just read. The people of Punjab have faced all the foreign invasions bravely. During the struggle for India's independence, Punjab gave the country great heroes like Lala Lajpat Rai, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Udham Singh, Kartar Singh Sarabha, and many others. We call Lala Lajpat Rai Shere Punjab and Bhagat Singh Shaheed-e-Azam. Lala Lajpat Rai died as a result of brutal lathi charge while leading a procession against the British in 1928. Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, and Rajguru were hanged for going against the British rule. Well, here comes the next part of the text on your screen. Let's read it first. Sir, what is this building that has bullet marks all over its walls? Asked Chintu. This is the famous Jallianwala Bagh of Amritsar. Here, on 13th April 1919, a crowd of around 20,000 people had gathered for a public meeting. They included men, women, and children. The British General Dyer came there with his riflemen. He blocked all the exit points. Without giving any warning, he ordered his riflemen to fire at the crowd. About 1,000 people were killed and more than 1,500 were wounded. Let's learn the meaning of this word from the text, and the word is wounded. Students, wounded means injured, especially with a cut or hole in the skin. Now let's explain the text display on your screen. Chintu asked Mr. Matthew what that building that has bullet marks all over its walls is. Mr. Matthew replies that this is the famous Jallianwala Bagh of Amritsar. On 13th April 1919, when a crowd of around 20,000 people had gathered there for a public meeting, the British General Dyer opened fire at them and killed more than 1,000 people. 1,500 people were wounded in that incident. Well, students, I hope you have understood the text. Now let's do some post-reading activities. Look at the screen. You have to match the words under column A with their synonyms under column B. So read these words and find out the answers. You can take some time. Read these words carefully. The words given under column A are brutal, invasion, wounded, pavilion, zest, boldly, procession. And you have to match these words with their synonyms under column B. Well, I hope you have got the answers. So let's start discussing. Well, the first word on the screen is brutal, and brutal means cruel. Yes, the synonym of brutal is cruel. Now, the next word is invasion. Students, All of you know that synonym of invasion is attack. Attack by some country or government on the other country. Next word is wounded, and wounded means injured. So its synonym is injured. The fourth word given on your screen is pavilion. Pavilion is a building used at public events. Do you remember? So its synonym is building. Now the next word is zest, and its synonym is enthusiasm. So zest means enthusiasm. Next word is boldly. Boldly means bravely. Do you remember? Punjabis have faced foreign invasions boldly. And the last word on the screen is procession. And procession means parade. So, its synonym is parade. Well, students, the next post-reading activity is on your screen now. You have to choose the correct option to complete the sentence. There are 3 options on the screen. With each blank, you have to complete this sentence with the correct option. And the first blank on your screen is Bhangra dance is full of dash. And the options are A, songs, B, energy, C, sadness. So what is the correct answer? Bhangra dance is full of, yes. What should be the answer? I think all of you know that the correct answer is option B. Yes, Bhangra dance is full of energy. Bale bale, oh bale bale. Do you remember? We'll need a lot of energy for this Bhangra dance. Now the next question coming on your screen is Punjabis are very dash people. A. Hardworking. B. Cunning. C. Attractive. I'm sure all of you know the answer. Yes, the Punjabis are very hardworking people. You got the correct answer. Punjabis are very hardworking and self-respecting people. Now the next question on your screen is, during the struggle for India's freedom, Punjab gave the country blank. You have to complete this statement, and the options are A, money, B, wheat, and C, great heroes. Yes, what is the correct answer? What did Punjab give India during the struggle for freedom? What should be the correct answer? Well, students, all of you know that the correct answer is option C, great heroes. During the struggle for India's freedom, Punjab gave the country great heroes like Lala Lajpat Rai, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Udham Singh, Kartar Singh Sarabha, and many others. It is due to their sacrifices that India is a free country now. Now, the next question on your screen is, the incident of Jallianwala Bagh happened in dash. Option A, 1919. Option B, 1928. Option C, 1947. So in which year did the incident of Jallianwala Bagh happen? I'm sure all of you know the answer. Well, the incident of Jallianwala Bagh happened in 1919. On 13th April 1919, British General Dyer came to Jallianwala Bagh with his riflemen and killed more than 1,000 people. These people were innocent men, women and children. So, the incident of Jallianwala Bagh happened in 1919. Now, the next post-reading activity is displayed on your screen, and it is called State Whether True or False. Students, you have to read these statements displayed on the screen, and you have to tell which one is true and which one is false. Read these statements first. The Punjabis are very self-respecting and hard-working people. This is the first statement given here. Number 2 is, all the brave sons of Punjab sacrificed their lives for their families. Number 3, Lala Lajpat Rai died of heart attack. The fourth statement given here is, Jallianwala Bagh of Amritsar has bullet marks all over its walls. And the last one is, the Punjabis have faced many foreign invasions. Take your time and tell which statement is true and which one is false. Well, I hope you are ready with your answers. So, let's start discussing. The first statement given here is that the Punjabis are very self-respecting and hard-working people, and it is true. Yes, the Punjabis are self-respecting and hard-working people. Now, the second statement, all the brave sons of Punjab sacrificed their lives for their families, is false. This statement is false because the Punjabis sacrificed their lives for their country, and it happened during the struggle for freedom, and it is because of their efforts, their sacrifices, that India is a free country. Now, number 3 is Lala Lajpat Rai died of heart attack, and it is also a false statement because Lala Lajpat Rai died because of the brutal lathi charge. Number 4 is Jallianwala Bagh of Amritsar has bullet marks all over its walls, and it is true. And the last one is, the Punjabis have faced many foreign invasions, and it is also a true statement. So I hope you got all the correct answers now. Well, let's move on to our next post-reading activity. On your screen, a few dates have been displayed. You have to think and answer what the following dates are known for. These are the important dates in the history of India. So, take your time and after that tell me what the following dates are known for. Well, all of you know that 14th November 1889 is the birthday of our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Number 2 is 13th April 1919, And what happened on this date? The incident of Jallianwala Bagh, the tragedy of Jallianwala Bagh occurred. Number 3, the third date given here is 26th January 1950, and it is the Republic Day of India, when India became Republic. Well, the next date is 15th August 1947, and it is the Independence Day of India. India got independence on this date. And next date is 13th April 1699, and it is the date of foundation of Khalsa Panth. And the last date given here is 2nd October 1869, and it is the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi, who is also known as the father of our nation. So students, I hope all of you have acquainted yourself with the history of all these dates. Now, did you enjoy doing all these post-reading activities? I'm sure you did. So students, let's come to the last part of our lecture today, and that is the homework section. Your homework is to revise the text part that you have read today, that you have discussed today, and that you have learned today. You have to revise that part so that you may be prepared for the recapitulation part going to be done in the next lecture. So students, I hope you enjoyed today. You enjoyed reading the text and all the activities following that reading part. So we shall continue with the text in the next lecture. Till then, bye.